Also, this car or this van, if you have your charging lead with you and you plug your charging lead in to one of these and you plug your charging lead into one of them the right way around, that's even better. And then not only does it charge it, but it's got Apple Carplay as well. So I can remember for this device, click that, Apple Carplay. So when you get in the car, you plug this in, it remembers what you want to do. So not only is it charging, but it's switched Apple Carplay on it as well. And I can do that like so. So it's got Bluetooth hands-free, Bluetooth audio streaming anyway. I'll quickly, should I or shouldn't I? It's fairly cold today, so I don't think my cameras will overheat. So, settings. Settings, we want Bluetooth, watching out at the bottom. We go over to the system, you've got telephone there. Click on telephone, John's phone or pair new device. Now, in the home position, there's no phone connected anyway. So you get in, you start the car, and it gives you the option to connect a phone. But if there's already a phone in there, you want to connect another one, you go to telephone, you click pair new device, watch out, that's come up straight away. Land Rover stuff is so simple to use. Verify these numbers match the display on Barry's iPhone 13 Pro. Well, it does, so click pair and click yes there. Allow contacts and favourites to sync, allow, and that's it. My phone is connected. Also, if we go to music, click on Susie there, you'll see at the bottom Land Rover Discovery. Click on the car, tick next to Land Rover Discovery, whatever music, whatever audio, whether it be Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Prime Music, the soundtrack from a YouTube track or a TikTok track, then it will play through the audio system in this car. And the audio system is second to none, it's fantastic. So, we'll go back, I'll click play. Back over to the system. See here the clapperboard and the music note, click on there.
That's what happened to Cake Cicero, for example. He was murdered, hiding out in the countryside.
I've just turned that down, that sounds like a lot of bad news to me. But it's come onto radio, we want it to play the Bluetooth. So we click source, you see there Barry's iPhone, it's got radio, Barry's iPhone. If there was a CD in it, it'd say CD and so on. There you go, Barry's iPhone. Click on there, now we can turn it up. I'm sorry, I'm used to going over there for the, we'll turn it up. And Susie's playing. So that's how you stream audio. It is a brilliant system. You can also see there, change device. So if you don't like the driver's music, you can put the passenger's device on, so long as that's paired. Now then, so we'll go back here, we'll click on, we'll just wait for that. Sometimes you'll get a sign up here that says, allow use of Apple CarPlay while the screen's locked on here.
Worth putting a price on there.
Yes, and he says...
So I'm going to turn that down. Let's just go back. We'll go back. We'll go to General. Where's General? There you go, General. You've got CarPlay, Land Rover Discovery there. See there, allow CarPlay. Allow CarPlay whilst the screen's locked. So that's, if it doesn't work, that's what you have to do. Then you don't need to do anything else. You never need to take your hand off the... Oh, let me just show you the reversing camera there. You never need to take your hands off the steering wheel at all or do anything. You can phone, you can text, you can control your music, you can listen to an audio book, set the sat nav. We'll get going. But this button here, the voice activation, if I click on voice activation for 2 seconds, you'll see the Siri sign comes up here, and you don't have to say hey SIRI and tell it what to do. So we'll just get out here, make sure there's nothing coming, and it's so much easier. Sometimes when there's a car park just at the side here and you're in a normal saloon car, you realise how good it is to be in a Land Rover or a big four-wheel drive, because sometimes there's a car park just here and you can't see this big cement mixer coming, which would waste, well, it would waste you in anything else, but I'd still fancy my chances in a Land Rover or Range Rover of getting out okay. So, the voice activation. Call Barry.
Calling Barry, iPhone.
So it's ringing me, it's engaged, and the reason it's engaged is my phone's there and I'm calling myself. And so that's it. So that's a telephone call. So I want to text somebody. Again, without having to take my eyes off the road. There, that's where the button is, the voice activation button. So thumb. Text Barry.
What do you want to say to Barry?
I want to say I'm in a Land Rover Discovery van. It's a van, Baz.
It says, I want to say I'm in a Land Rover Discovery van. It's a van bars. Do you want to send it or change it?
Send, please.
Done.
Just watch there. One's come up. My phone's on silent, otherwise my phone would have beeped as well. But there's a text there, and of course, once you know you've got a text, you're dying to read it, and it's 6 points on your license and a huge fine. You don't have to do that. You just press this for a couple of seconds. Read text, please.
Barry said I want to say I'm in a Land Rover Discovery van. It's a van bars. Would you like to reply?
No, thank you.
Those are all your messages.
So that's the messages. Then you've got, what do we want to do? Play music.
Shuffling all songs from Apple Music.
So I'm just going to pause that. But also, if you want to play a specific track, we'll see how complicated we can make it for it to find a track. So, 2 seconds. Play The Weeknd and Ariana Grande.
Now playing The Weeknd and Ariana Grande.
So we'll knock that off. In the meantime, you'll see it's also got lane departure warning. So I'll just let's just see. I'll get around this corner, make sure there's nothing, another cement mixer coming around the corner, and then we'll just, without signalling, we'll just go across the line there. And there you go, it's vibrating the steering wheel, and a big light comes on saying you're going over the white line. Of course, if you didn't know already, then there's not much hope for you. What else can we do with this? All right. Navigate to PR5 4EA.
Getting directions to Higher Walton.
Now it's saying there go, so if you touch go, it would go. If you just leave it,
Turn right onto Roach Road.
if you just leave it, it will set. It's taking me that way. I don't want to go that way. It will just set off on its own. Also, you'll see there
In half a mile,
on my
turn left
watch,
onto Vicarage Lane.
it's also giving me like haptic taps on my watch to tell me there's an instruction. So it's just absolutely fantastic. You can set reminders even to remind you when you get to work or when you get to a postcode, when you get to an address, to do something, which I find brilliant. Audio books, you've got all these things here. There you go, audio books. Listen to YouTube soundtracks, Spotify there. Cancel navigation.
Ending navigation.
Thank you.